everyone, this is Angel Terri here with some Paper Sorcerer. Now, the last video I made, I was talking about how I was going to do some leveling, and which I am doing. I was going to do it off camera, but you know what? What the heck, why? So, what I'm going to do is, this video, why is my mouse all weird? There we go. I'm going to label this video as leveling so you guys can, skip it if you don't want to really watch me run around like a nugget for like a half an hour or whatever while I get my levels up. Because I need to, oh, okay, hon. I need to get a bit stronger because I did level a bit. As you can see, I got my energy up to 12 and 13. I've been raising my ghost's defense with the coins, with the gems that I've had, because he seriously needs the defense. And like I said, it goes up 200 or double every time, I believe it is. So we need to watch that. Alright, well. But I think we can do pretty good here. It's just in the area where we need to be, a lot of things are level 40. So I essentially want to get around that level and then we'll try that area again. And I still haven't looked up a walkthrough yet, so I don't know anything about those doors, with the keys and all. And if I can't figure it out by the time we get towards the end of the game, I will definitely go and look. Because we still have a lot of area we haven't covered yet. A lot of, cell blocks and things, so if I can't find it by then I'll definitely look it up, because I want to see what's there. I know we're missing one of the lost spirits, because when I handed in the one that I found, the spirit's like, oh, you found me, I'm the last spirit, but when I talked to the guy, I'm missing the one that opens up Catacombs level 7, I believe it is. Oh wow, that is a big Cheerio. Nice. Oh, okay. But yeah, so I definitely want to figure out, because I have a feeling, pardon me, in the area that I can't get to is something with the keys or whatever. It might be in there, so we'll see. And then I want to see if I can find the stuff for those weapons and whatnot. Lots and lots of leveling, because that's definitely one thing in RPGs that I think all RPGs have, is you'll get to a point where you're going to have to spend some time grinding. Either you can either end up quote-unquote grinding when you get lost in a place, because that's usually how I gain a lot of levels. You're trying to make your way through a maze or something, or you end up going the wrong way, which I've done in so many games. So you gain a bunch of levels, so by the time you get to where you're supposed to be, you're like much higher level than them. Or you hit that sort of level barrier or whatnot, and so you can't go any farther in the game until you spend time leveling, and that's usually what happens to me in Final Fantasy, where you end up having to grind just to make a whole bunch of gold, which is another thing that happens to me in Final Fantasy. Oh. That's strange. This is Catacomb level 6. Does the boxes and stuff come back? Why is there a person there? I'm confused. Huh. Anywho. I thought I went through this level before, that's why I'm confused. But yeah, so that's why you end up, with one of those few ways that you have to grind for whatever reason. And in Final Fantasy, I usually get to the point that I just use a money code, because you know how much like stuff is like towards the end of like Final Fantasy. It's insane. Yeah, it's so much money, so it's like, you know what? Like, I'll play pretty much most of the game without it, and then when I get towards the end, I'll just like, here you go, just put that in there so I can buy a bunch of potions and crap. Yeah, everybody does it different. like when my husband plays like The Sims 4 and stuff, he gives himself the money so he can just give himself a whole bunch of stuff in a house, but then he does everything else. Now I don't like to do that. I like to try, put the person in the smallest thing and then build up from that. But everybody's different on how they play it. I mean, it's whatever you get your enjoyment out of, which is fine, all the time when I'm trying to do this, my hair is flicking around because I have the fan on and it tickles my nose. Arrgh. It's annoying. So I don't know how long I'm going to make this leveling video. I might do a half hour. I might do a full hour. I don't know. I just thought, I'll talk to myself and talk to you guys for a while. You might run into something I haven't seen before. Because I didn't want to go into levels 8 and 9 until, I opened up 7. In case there was like a linear reason, you went in each of the levels. We'll have to see. Well, who are you? Why? I swear I got you. Who are you? Yeah, see, it's not... See, that's strange. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bump it. So that has to be... Oh, damn nose. So that has to be one of the brothers, but it's not letting me talk to him. Oh well, let's keep walking around. I thought, like, level 6 would be good for a half-decent experience. Because if the rest of the game is like level 40, I don't even want to step into levels 8 and 9 in the catacombs. Uh-huh. Yep. That's right. Alright, have you focus. Mm-hmm. I know, honey. I watched those ones before. Did I do another? No. Alright. Because I did start Thunderscape to show you guys, but then my sister handed me, because we bought way back in the day, they have those big paperback books that are like the strategy guides. So I was reading through it, and I was starting to make a few videos, and then my sister's like, well, don't go buy the guide. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And she's like, well, if you read what the guy states in there, he says one thing in the beginning, but then halfway through the book, he completely changes what he says. I'm like, are you kidding? She goes, no. So I'm like, crap. Because apparently, what did she say, like dexterity, you need to raise that because that's based off of, like, the more dexterity you have, the more skills points you'll have when you level. And I'm like, shoot. And then in the beginning, the guy says, well, daggers are worthless, but then he says at the end of the game that daggers are important, and it's like, oh, crap. So, boom, okay, my vampire level, good. All right, so about level 37. So now I have to do those videos over again, by making a new party, because I want to make something half decent. So what I was thinking of doing, because my sister's like, look, why don't you play the game, or I'll play the game, and then, I'll sit together and I'll commentate about the different stuff, because my sister's been playing it longer than I have. So what is that thing? So she knows a little bit more. I don't know, what the hell is that? Oh, dead wizards. Huh, never seen that before. Yeah, I never saw their dead wizards. I've never seen it before. But yeah, so that's what we're going to look to try to do, because see, I use a headset with a microphone so you guys can hear me, but if anybody like is nearby, you can barely hear them, as you probably, through the video. Now my husband has one of those Bluetooth microphones on a stand. So we're going to see if he can hook that up to my computer for when I want to do the Thunderscape, so you can hear both myself and my sister, while we do it. But we'll see how it goes. I have some ideas. But when she suggested, I'm like, sure, I'll do it. Because Thunderscape is one of those games that there's a lot of hidden stuff in the game that is not written in the strategy guide, and not a lot of it is on like the internet, so it's a lot of digging around and figuring out the stuff. I don't know how my sister found this out, because I searched for it and I couldn't find anything. But my sister's an alien, so she has her ways, I guess. She's like, the most you should have is 3 people, because you really only need a fighter, a rogue type, and a caster type. Because you do get NPCs that you can bring into your party. Most stay with you, but a few would leave. But, 3 party members are good. Yay, my sorcerer. Oh, okay, I got a lot of levels still. But, most stay, but 1 or 2, I think, leaves or whatnot. And when you level, she says, before you do anything else, go in your inventory and take off a piece of armor, and there'll be a good chance that your hit points will go up, oddly enough. So that's like a bug. So you have to, when you level, you got to make sure you do that to see if you get more hit points. And ranged weapons are kind of useless. It's only good for if a person is like far away, but in battle, doesn't do you a dead necromancer. But in battle, that doesn't do you any good, apparently. So I'm like, ugh. So we'll see. Because sometimes when I do RPGs, I like to do a lot of that min-maxing, in the sense that you want to get the best out of them. But when you have so many skills, it's like a lot of trial and error. Kind of like this game, in the sense that you have to figure out the classes and creatures you like. Because for me personally, I like to have sort of the old trilogy, so to speak, which is a tank class, a healer class, or a caster class in some way, and like a rogue class. And you could split it up into the 4 groups or the 3 groups like that. So that's why I went for, because this one's my caster mainly. This one is my healer DPS, this one's my tank, and this one's a debuffer. Because to me, that's, what makes it. And some people do it, I've read about people that do like all the DPS, so they get like the werewolf, they get the troll, things like that. That's all how you play. Because even when I play games like Baldur's Gate and stuff, I have to keep myself from playing like humans all the time. Because, humans are safe in a sense, and you get an extra skill point at creation. But the other classes, I think people shy away from, because even though they have good bonuses, a lot of them have like really bad negatives to them. Like in the old Dungeons and Dragons, if you've got one of the Quintesti or the Sylvanesti elves, when they die, they can't be resurrected. They just turn into a pile of ash or whatever. So a lot of people didn't like to get elves, even though elves made the best magic users. But they had zippity doo dah nothing for health points. God, I remember playing those in the old, what was it, the 2D or 3D edition or something? A lot of those old games on AD&D were of. I wonder if I could get them to work. Yeah, that would be interesting. The old things like Queen of Kryn and I wonder if there's some might be on GOG.com. I'll have to look. See, unlike my husband, like I like to do, if I get a game or whatever, I like to put it in, make it work, bing, bang, boom, it's all done. But my husband, he'll sit with it and fiddle with all the settings. I can't do that. You know, so he has like DOSBox and stuff and emulators from like way when. So if he puts a game up and it doesn't work, he'll sit there and tweak it for hours. And I'll be like, make it work. Make it do. Make it do. Make it do. It not do. Bum 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 bum. The vampire is pretty darn strong. Quite pleased with him. So I don't think I'm really going to learn any new abilities now that I'm about level 37. Mostly, I have a feeling a lot of it's just going to be leveling up what I already have. I kind of wish my Sorcerer had a heal that wasn't just for herself. Even if it was just like the light heal or whatever that or the quick heal like the vampire has, but that's okay. If I keep the vampire alive, he's got all my healing needs. I just wish a lot of them, like when he pulls the hit points from the entire, like all the people here, that it actually spreads it out, but it doesn't look like it does that. That's fine. And I haven't had any big use for the other people. But if anyone's interested, or I may make a video where I actually put the other people in and show you what they can do. But so far, I'm doing pretty good with this. Ba-bum, ba-bum. I just need to get a whole butt ton of gems. Butt ton. Because I'm, you know, like I stated probably like earlier in my videos, you can't really spread out your skills on a person. You can't just give them like everything because you won't be able to afford it. Like with my Sorcerer, I've always been focused on energy and magic. My Vampire's been strength and energy. My Skeleton has been defense and energy, and my Ghost, I'm actually working on just his defense right now. He needs some major defense. I mean, 58 is blah, but that's because he can't wear anything more than 2 accessories. And I got them the best stuff so far that it'll allow me until I beat the cell block that I'm on right now. So if I have any leftover gems, it's mainly just to buy like potions. Oh wow, she actually did 114 damage though. That's nice. That's pretty good. Try to get another level and then maybe go check out that cell block again. Because I'm actually at the end where the boss is, because I left at floor 3 if I recall. Because I moved into floor 4, I'm like, no way am I fighting the boss at this level. don't know if I really like really difficult bosses, or like some bosses are like, good. You have a good balance of easy, difficult, whatever. And then you get some bosses that you tear your heart out, and some you just do. It's like, what the F? That's what happened in, oh, what was that game? Oh, now I can't think of it. I'll probably think of it later. But it's one of my favorite things, not Dungeon Keeper. But anyway, in the first one, you're a regular person, you're a farmer, just kind of doing your thing, and stuff happens around you, so you end up having to become like a hero, and essentially you pick up a weapon and you go do your stuff. Well, at the end of that game, you have a boss, which was a bit of a pain, but he was pretty easy. But then you had a secret boss, which was a dragon that lived with these goblins. And the dragon was exceptionally hard compared to the actual boss of the game, which was comparatively easy to the dragon. I could see the game name in my, I actually do damage based on difference between, oh, okay. Dungeon Siege, thank you, honey. Yes, Dungeon Siege. Yeah, that was the first one. Because I remember that, because I'm going, I'll go up against a dragon, and your first thought is okay, I won't get close because, he's got nasty teeth, he's got nasty claws. So you try to fight him at range. No, you will die quicker at range than you do if you're up close to him. It was so backwards. But I was like, those are the games that's like, oh my god. Because the boss of the game, yeah, now I remember, the boss of the game was not that difficult. Because he just shot a lot of AoE stuff around, which you just kind of walked out of the way of. Which was a shame. And then, I don't believe I ever beat Dungeon Siege 2. Because that would be a good game to show off. Be a little slow. Because one thing I like about the game is there's actual 3 levels. They're easy, medium, and hard is essentially you have to start on easy. And then when you beat easy, in a sense that you beat the game on easy and you got like a certain level, then you can start on medium level. So you'll start a person, I don't know if they keep the level, I think they keep their level or whatever, but it's sort of like a new game plus, but the next difficulty up. But then you go from having like 2 people with you or whatever, and then you can have like 3 people with you or whatever. It's not bad. It's pretty interesting. It's a good game. Check it out. I'm not too fun about Dungeon Siege 3, but that's my own personal choice. I personally think that they really changed it. And they made it more like a 3D aspect, and like the people they used or whatever, but oh, Primeval Ritual. Sacrifice your HP for energy. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, now. So we're level 38, so I actually want to get out of here. Let's use the Gem of Recall. Okay. Because I want to save, do something, like that, and then see... Oh, it's nice to have an unsettling dream where your head is chopped off. Grab a couple items, and then let's see if we can beat the guy on the end of the cell block. Alright. How much gems do we have? Oh, we don't have enough. Alright, 5,000 is going to get us squat diddly. Let's see about some usable items. How many do we have of this? We have 20 of those, we have 30 of those, 20 of those, 20 of those, 20 of those. 19 of those. Okay, we'll go by what we have here and see if we can do it. Okay. Let's see. Alright, Subblock 9, level 4. I don't know who's supposed to be here because I missed who they said. I think a Diabolist or something. Alright, so let's save here. And we'll give it a shot and see if we can beat this guy at level 38. So you're the Sorcerer. Whoa, you have a lot of... Are you a knight? Are you the knight guy? Come now, let's see if you can match me. Your wits definitely aren't my match. You've got some lip on you, huh? Let's see if your mouth is big enough for your foot. You should check your head first, meat brain. Ah, you're a dork. Alright, who is this? Oh, is this the paladin? Ouch, I just poked myself. Who is this? This is, Banan. Throwing my pencil. He's Banana the Warrior. He looks more like a paladin due to the fact of his stuff. Okay, so let's be careful here. Alright, let's see if we can slow him. You're definitely going to put challenge on. Alright, let's do Frostfall, because I'd like to slow him as much as I can. Now, do you have anything... Increase magic for 1 turn, increase allies' dodge chance. I could use those, but you know what? Let's go right into a powerful slash. Because remember, the higher your agility, the quicker you go in battle. And I think that also wow, that just ate my defense up. But it also, I think, agility also affects your dodge chance and your armor or something like that. Okay. So I slowed him down. Let's try reducing his strength. But if he's a tool bag that uses a bunch of skills, then there's not much I can do. Alright, I did that. Where's my fire attack? Here it is. Wait, is that the one? Ruinous? No, I want Scorch. I want to do a damage over time with him. And then I'll have you get Arcane Burn. Let's try to do some heavy damage as quick as we can here. Good. Well, maybe I can get them all to go off before he goes. Yes, good. I slowed him down enough. Good. Uh-oh. What does that do? Arcane Ward, Strength Ward. Okay, he's got some wards on him. At least he's on fire. Oh, you're on fire. Let's see if I can reduce your physical resistance. Defense temporarily, increase resistance. Let's have you regularly attack. Now, since you did all that junk, let's put on mage armor for you because I don't like this guy. He's a poopy head. Let's try this. Wow, 300 even with that. That's good. Yeah, raise your defense, girlfriend. Because I know him, he's going to be a schmuck. And I'm like, ooh. Yeah! 15 damage, everybody. That's awesome. Woohoo! I whooped your butt. Maybe I read that wrong. What is that supposed to do? Hang on a second. I'm a dingling. Right, let's see if I can hit you with this. What was that skill supposed to do? Damage based on difference between your current and... Oh, oops-a-daisy. That's like if I'm almost dead, it didn't do that. My bad. My bad. I read that wrong. I thought it was my current... the enemy's current HP or something like that in mine. I read that incorrectly. I don't need hit points, so there's no point not wasting that. Alright. It doesn't matter, he's dead. Alright then. Boom goes the dynamite. What a surprise. You were more than my match. Maybe I haven't gotten much wiser after all. Still grinning wryly, he collapses. Doesn't show up again, does he? Nope. Alright. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. An abused staff. Interesting. Alright, let's save this puppy. Doing good, guys. Been knocking out another book binding here. Approach to binding. Flail your arms around. Okay, you have cleared block 9 and broken the 8th binding. Only one more left. Interesting. The 8th binding has been broken. The next one is the final. This is it. The final block and the final binding. They are going all out to stop you, filling this block with the most powerful heroes in the land. I believe in you, though. I can't tell you what's guarding the final binding, so make sure you're ready for anything. Hearing a crowd, you move curiously about the source of the commotion. Once you arrive in the clearing, 3 bright fireworks go off. New item store. Although they're dazzling, you hesitate to join the cheering at the pure commercialism of the display. 2 more go off. Shop now. You decide to leave the crowd to cheer on the spectacle. Okay, so... yeah, I'll show you here in the strange old house. See, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're missing 7, and then we have 8 and 9, so... Now, is this literally giving me upper floors level 1? Okay, so... I don't really want to go there. Alright, let's go back to our room. And you know what? If it's going to do that, I am going to look up about that one part, because now I'm curious. You fall asleep before your head even hits the pillow. Don't you? Isn't that weird? Like, you're like, oh, I'm not tired. You know, and then you're not saying you're not tired, and then you literally just fall asleep right then. Alright, guys, let me save this. And yeah, now if that's the case, when it's literally that's the ending, I'm going to go look that stuff up, because now I'm curious about those doors to see how to open them. So this is Angel Terri here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.